We'll get that sorted here soon enough. But no, it's the bike itself, the feel's amazing. The way that the center of gravity kind of is, where the weight's at the front, but you can bury the fuel tank really deep, obviously, in behind the inline four.
So the difference is noticeable to you.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And it's kind of a weird thing to get used to, but then it does things really well. But just with the way that the tyres are now, the way that we have to use the rear tyre not only to stop, turn and accelerate, there's so much potential there that's not being exploited because we've got so much weight over that front end. As soon as you grab the brakes, things on its nose, and then you kind of can't get that mechanical transfer into the rear tyre. So you start the spin, and as soon as you start the spin, it just continues to grow. So that was the most impressive thing, hopping onto Yamaha's version of the V4. Just getting that transfer, understanding the thing was slow as a wet week, as is always going to be with a brand new motorcycle. They don't want the thing to implode first day.
Yeah, they detune it a little bit and don't blow it up. And
yeah, it looks bad visually when you get them on track and they implode on the first lap. So they've got it pretty safe. She's missing a few ponies, but horsepower's the easy thing to find. You lock some.
It's getting the whole package to work
exactly.
as a thing for you specifically.
Exactly, and no, I mean the front end has got a very, very nice feel to it. But the things that we needed to do were using the rear tyre to brake, being able to actually use the rear brake in a straight line because the rear tyre is on the ground. And then also, as soon as you pick the bike up, being able to transfer that weight and keep the spin under control and or get the spin to stop has been the biggest thing. And that was radically different from what we're riding. So the other thing as well as width. We're 15 centimetres wider than the V4. So it's a big learning project for them, for everybody involved. It's a brand new motorcycle, and to have it pretty close already is a good starting point.
Yeah, it's interesting they do it when we know that in 27 everything changes again. They'll probably, I don't know what they're going to do. No one knows what they're going to do from then, but we'll see how that goes. So the other big change next year is your new teammate, Toprak. So there's been lots and lots of crazy noise on social about rats, cats and super glue, and you can pedal. But, lots of blokes can pedal and they become completely, utterly undone once they get on a MotoGP bike. It's because it's not the same. There's nothing else like a MotoGP bike. So riding a MotoGP bike is not fun, as you've said. It's a hard job, right? But so part of your job, I guess, is to make sure Toprak doesn't run screaming into the night after his first big fucking race. And that will probably involve cuddling him and stroking his head. And, they're there. Just wait until Alex Marquez rams you from behind so you'll really know what it's all about.
Exactly.
So is it right to say it's not going to go how Toprak thinks it's going to go, or how the social media world thinks it's going to go?
The social media, everyone's got an opinion nowadays, so I don't look too much at that. I think he's a fantastic motorcycle rider. He'll get there regardless, whether it's straight away or whether it's after a little bit. We'll wait and find out, or whether it's ever. We'll wait and find out. There's certain things you can get away with on the superbike that kind of just don't. You can get away with them on a MotoGP bike, but it just doesn't work. You just don't go fast doing so. So I think that's the hardest thing, with the software that we've got, with the way the throttle works and stuff like that. You can sit on TC all day, but you won't go anywhere. You'll be hitting the same lap times, lap after lap, and nothing will be happening. So, I think there'll be some stuff to learn there because of the software that they've got over in World Superbike, as well as obviously the horsepower difference. We've got 300 plus horsepower there, and the thing just wants to fry a tyre at every moment. So all you're trying to do is kind of keep it in the right window where you've got the right amount of slip.
Yeah, they're not user friendly, are they?
No. As you said, it's not fun. Honestly, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but there's not one moment I'm riding and I think, this is really, really enjoyable. Like, you get on it and you squirt the throttle and it's as fast as anything and it pulls up as fast as anything, and that's the enjoyment of it, I guess you could say, is just you're riding something that shouldn't be ridden, essentially.
Yeah, it's the ultimate expression of two wheels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you said about Suzuka, going back there this year and racing the Superbike, it's fun, but you know, you're right, and then you're like, all right, that's fifth gear. We're getting there, nearly at the end of the straight. You don't have that moment to think on a MotoGP bike, because as soon as you literally hit fifth, sixth, the thing's finally stopped wheeling for a split second, and you're like, oh, let's get ready for the brakes. No, I mean, that's what makes it so fun, I think, is the challenge of it. Of wrestling this machine that is a MotoGP bike, and that's why we stick around doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I encourage anyone who's, if you can ever get into the pits, and if you can ever get close enough to hear a MotoGP bike being fired up, you'll understand what we're talking about. They're just an act of mechanical violence. That's what they are.
Yeah.
So anyone who's ridden PI knows it's a special track.
Yeah.
Like I'm just a few minutes short of a lap record there myself, so
that's it.
Yeah, a few minutes, I'll get there. But look, it's insanely fast. It's really, really quick, and prone to all kinds of shitty weather and stuff. And it can be anyone's race on Sunday, can't it?
Absolutely. Weather, conditions, wind. It's not
geese.
You got to watch out for the seagulls, geese, rabbits. I got seagulls and rabbits last year, so I'm hoping that's all the wildlife I need to do. I'll hopefully avoid all that this year. A couple of cockatoos coming around here. See that? They heard about their mate.
They're going to visit Jesus.
It's a fantastic track, but it can throw absolutely anything at you. And obviously, looking at the weather forecast, it looks almost a mirror image of what we get every bloody year down there. It seems like the last four or something. I mean, Thursday's the best day. It'll suck you in. Everyone really enjoys it. And then by Sunday, it's nice and cold and blowing about 900 km/h.
All right, so look, the championship is won. All right, the champion's away, regrowing.
He's on holiday.
He's on holidays. He's regrowing.
Early knock.
Yeah, regrowing. He should have broken that early on the piece, I reckon. Would have made the championship more interesting. But anyway, he's regrown all that. But it's fair to say that no one's going to be taking it easy on Sunday. Like people who think, because the championship won, they're going to cruise. No, race is race. You don't cruise. You can't help yourselves.
Absolutely. I mean, we've done it already this year. Le Mans, I probably should have cruised a little bit more there. We were on the right tyres, just needed to circulate for like another 18 laps, and like it was right on the lap when I was about to switch over. I think I had 18 seconds to the guy behind me, which was Zarco, who ultimately won the race.
Yeah.
And what did I do? Threw it at the wall, because that's what you do. Race is a race. Yeah, you're racing against yourself. You're trying to make yourself, make the right decisions. You never want to crash. You never want to make a mistake, but you're out there giving it your all every bloody lap that you're on the thing. So that's what's got to be done. I mean, that's what you got to do to try and remain at the top. I mean, we speak about the champion that is now. 2 years ago when he was riding that Honda, and it all looked like it had, the wheels had well and truly fallen off that boat, and she wasn't going to sail anymore. He was just pushing the thing more than it should have been pushed. But that's what you do.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think one of the things that stuck in my mind that you said to me a few years ago, and it was late on Sunday evening, and you said to me, looked at me, you said, Borry, I'm just a fucking dirty motorcycle racer.
Yep.
And you're a pure motorcycle racer. That's what you are. That's what you do. Some of them are show ponies. They're all highly skilled, but you seem to have a certain bent. You're wired different.
Yeah, I think so. I think I enjoy competition. Motorcycle racing was probably motorcycle riding was probably the only thing I was ever really good at, that I grabbed and was like, I can do this all right. And I got a touch of ADHD, so it's all hyperactivity. I don't know what it is, but I struggled to hold on to stuff enough. Whereas motorbike riding, it didn't matter the time or day or wherever it was, I'd go and ride my motorbike, and it didn't matter if I was riding alone or with a group of guys or whatever. Trying to be the fastest that I could be. And I mean, it's just, I think, like you say, the way you're wired up more than anything.
Yeah, well, the thing with motorcycling, what appeals to all of us why we do it is when you're riding a motorcycle, all you can do is ride the fucking motorcycle. That's it. There's nothing else you can be doing.
No, exactly. And that's why, I enjoy...
Especially at 350 kilometres now.
Well, that makes it even more difficult, but for sure. But even, right along the road, I enjoy it because exactly. It's the one thing nowadays that you can do, and you can't pick up a phone, or you can't read a text message, or you can't do anything. There's nobody can bother you.
Yeah.
You can. It's just you and your bike.
Yep. Jack, on behalf of everyone here tonight and everyone who'll be watching both races this weekend, I wish you every success, and we really look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you. Thank you.
But don't leave. Have we got any questions for Jack while we got him?